When the morning sun breaks through the clouds, who rules the sky? It's the eagle with its piercing vision, powerful wings capable of tearing through the wind, and a majestic grace that rules the heights alone. But right beneath it, perched on a dry branch, a simple black crow looks up and thinks, "If only I could be that eagle. How magnificent life must be up there." Many of us look at our own lives through the eyes of that crow. When we see someone else succeeding, speaking eloquently, or living a flashy lifestyle, we immediately try to mimic them, abandoning our true selves. But have you ever wondered what actually happens when a crow desperately tries to become an eagle? Today's story is about a crow who tried to copy someone else's life and almost lost its very existence. Listen closely, because this story might completely change how you view your own path. Long, long ago, deep inside an ancient forest, lived a common crow named Karo. Karo had a strange habit. Instead of focusing on finding his own food, he spent all day watching everyone else. When a graceful swan glided over the lake, Karo would sigh, "Oh, look at those pure white feathers. I wish I were a swan." When a bright green parrot fluttered by, chattering cheerfully, Karo would mumble, "Everyone thinks I'm just a dark, ugly bird, but everyone loves the parrot." However, Karo's biggest fascination was reserved for the king of the forest, the mighty eagle. Hour after hour, he would sit on a branch, watching an eagle launch itself from a massive mountain peak, conquering fierce winds and soaring solo far above the clouds. One day, Karo muttered to himself, "This boring life of picking up scraps from dusty branches is not for me. I was born to rule the sky. Starting tomorrow, I am going to live like an eagle." He convinced himself that he wasn't just a regular crow, but a misunderstood eagle trapped in a crow's body. That stubborn obsession with appearing bigger through someone else's identity was the beginning of his biggest mistake. The next morning, even before the sun had fully risen, Karo left his usual branch. He decided that today he would no longer live like an ordinary crow. He flew straight up to the rocky mountain peak where eagles built their nests. Upon arriving, he saw a massive eagle flapping its wings, preparing to hunt. Karo thought, "This is my golden opportunity." He hopped as close as he could to the eagle and tried to make his voice as deep and fierce as possible. But all that came out of his throat was a raspy, awkward caw. The eagle looked back in surprise. Seeing a tiny black crow standing beside him, the giant bird asked, "What are you doing here, little friend? This place doesn't belong to you. Your world is down there in the green forest." Karo puffed out his chest and replied, "I don't want to stay down there anymore. I want to rule the sky just like you. I want to catch prey like you, fly like you. From today, I am an eagle too." The eagle smiled gently and said, "Just having wings doesn't make you an eagle, my friend. An eagle's strength doesn't come from its size, but from its courage, its natural instinct, and its unwavering trust in its own identity. Still, if you wish, you are free to try." Hearing this, Karo's stubbornness only grew stronger. He stepped right to the edge of the high cliff and leaped off, trying to mimic the eagle's glide. He stretched his wings out wide, just like he had seen the eagles do. But alas, how could a crow's small, weak wings ever match the massive, powerful wings of an eagle? Unable to handle the fierce pressure of the wind, Karo started plummeting straight down, just a fraction of a second before crashing violently into the hard ground below. He panicked, frantically flapped his wings, and tumbled hard into a dense bush. His body ached all over, and his feathers were completely ruffled and torn. By the time Karo managed to drag himself back to his tree later that afternoon, he was battered, bruised, and deeply humiliated. The other crows in the forest started laughing and mocking him. They scoffed, "Well, look at who tried to swap being a crow for being an eagle. That's what happens when you forget who you really are." That night, Karo couldn't sleep. He sat alone by the riverbank, thinking deeply about his life. He finally understood that the nature, appearance, and life given to him by creation had a specific purpose. As a crow, he cleaned up the forest and helped maintain the balance of nature, something an eagle never did. The cleverness of a crow, its quick adaptability, and its ability to thrive in tight spaces were things an eagle simply did not possess. By trying to be someone else, he was actively destroying his own unique gifts. He learned a hard truth. A fake can never become the real thing. Trying to live someone else's life means committing the ultimate betrayal against your own true self. The next morning, when Karo woke up, a strange transformation had taken place inside him. He didn't sigh with envy anymore. He didn't waste energy trying to be an eagle or anyone else. Instead, he smoothly preened his black feathers, felt a surge of natural joy, and took off into the sky, flying completely in his own way. He was finally proud of who he was. My friends, this story is not just about a crow. It is the story of many of us. Every day, on social media or in real life, we look at other people's success, beauty, and lifestyles, and we start feeling small. We forget that the universe crafted each of us with a distinct purpose. If you try to be an eagle while being a crow, you will not only fail to fly high, but you will even forget how to walk on your own ground. Therefore, stop blindly copying others. Exactly as you are, with all your flaws, your unique talents, and your inherent strengths, you are one of a kind. Find your true self, embrace it, and step fully into who you are meant to be. For today, here is a small task and a life lesson for you. Drop a comment right now and tell me, what is one thing you've been forcing yourself to do recently just because you were blindly imitating someone else? Starting today, let go of that habit of imitation, trust your own genuine power, and take back control of your life. If this video resonated with you, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel to stay with us. Take care and keep shining in your own unique way.